a photograph upon the shelf of tiny shoes beside the door. I remember how you'd run to me, barefoot on the kitchen floor. Your laughter filled these broken walls, like summer through an open pane. Now the silence sits beside me, whispering your name. Time is carving lines into my face, like rivers running to the sea. I pray when shadows fall too soon, you'll still remember me. When my voice becomes the wind at night, and my hands can't hold you tight, when the world feels colder than before, and I'm not waiting at the door, don't you think I've left your side? I'm the strength you feel inside, and every step you take alone, my love is the stone that you stand on. I've stumbled more than you have seen, fought demons I could never show, but every scar upon my heart was just to help you grow. If I could trade my weary bones for one more chance to guide your way, I'd walk through fire 1,000 times just to see you safe. One day the house will feel too big, the chair where I would sit just space. But courage isn't far from you, it's written in your veins. When my voice becomes the wind at night, and my hands can't hold you tight, when the world feels heavier somehow, and there's no one to show you how, close your eyes and you will find every lesson intertwined, in every dream you chase alone, my love is the stone that you stand on. The years that fade away, I am every word I tried to say, in the quiet strength you didn't see, in your kindness, that was me. And when you hold your own child near and brush away the hidden tears, you'll understand what it has been, this endless love I'm living in. When my voice becomes the wind at night, and my hands can't hold you tight, when you're standing at life's open door, is the stone. My love is the stone that you stand on. So when the evening paints the sky and you whisper wondering why, just know no distance can undo a father's love that lives in you. There's a quiet in the hallway now, where your footsteps used to run. Crayon suns on peeling walls, proof that we were young. I traced the years in picture frames, your smile missing teeth. Every bedtime prayer I whispered still echoes underneath. Time is a river I cannot hold. It pulls me further from your shore. But every tide that carries me leaves love upon your door. After the last light fades from me and my chair stands empty by the screen, when you call out in the dark and don't hear my heartbeat, don't believe that I am gone. I'm the courage moving on, and every tear you let it fall, the strength inside it all. I was never made of steel. I broke more than you knew, but every shattered piece of me was built to shelter you. If I could barter all my bread for one more talk at night, I'd give the stars back to the sky, just to see your light. One day you'll stand where I once stood, with fear you try to hide. You'll understand the silent wars a father keeps inside. After the last light fades from me and my voice is just a memory, when the world weighs on your chest like an unforgiving sea, listen close, I'm in your veins, in your victories and pains. Every dream you dare to chase carries my embrace. nights I stayed awake, each sacrifice I'd gladly make. And when you hold your own someday and watch them drift away, you'll feel me in that fragile space. Love no time can erase. After the last light fades from me and you're searching desperately for one more word, one last advice to make the wrong feel right, close your eyes, you'll hear my call. You were never alone at all, for even when my breath is gone, my love goes on. My love goes on. So when the evening turns to gray and shadows steal the day, remember what I gave to you was never meant to fade away. There's a porch that knows my footsteps and a field beyond the trees where you used to chase the fireflies and fall back on your knees. I can still hear your small voice calling out my name, like I was some kind of hero in your childhood flame. But heroes fade like evening light and seasons turn to gray. I feel the winter in my bones, though you still see summer days. When silence takes my place and you search for my embrace, when the house feels far too wide but no shadow at your side, don't let the darkness pull you down. I'm the roots beneath the ground. Every step you're standing on is the love I built you from. So I was never good with words, I let my actions speak, working late with tired eyes so you would never feel weak. Every calloused hand I raised was only there to shield. Every burden that I carried was a harvest in your field. One day this chair will sit alone, my jacket on the wall. But courage isn't something lost, it's something you recall. When the silence takes my place and tears are on silence takes my place, and time cannot erase every story, every scar reminds you who you are. Look within, you'll see my face, in your strength, in your grace. Though my hands may rest in stone, you will never stand alone. So when the sky begins to fall and you feel too small, know the love I gave to you outlives us all. There's a light left on in the kitchen, like I'm coming home again. The drawings on the refrigerator still say I'm your hero then, but the mirror shows a tired man. The storms behind his eyes, counting every fragile breath, like borrowed lullabies. I always thought I'd have more time to say the things I hide, to teach you how to face the dark without me by your side. When the quiet after I'm gone feels louder than a storm, and you're searching through the silence for the shape of my arms, don't mistake the empty space for the ending of my love. I'll be written in your heartbeat, in the strength you're made of. I remember every question you've asked me late at night, why the moon would follow us and why the stars still fight. I didn't know all the answers, but I promised you somehow, as long as I was breathing, I would never let you down. But life has plans we cannot see, it turns without a sound, and fathers sometimes have to leave before their children are crowned. When the quiet after I'm gone hangs heavy in the air, and you're standing in the doorway wishing I was there, close your eyes and you will find I never went too far. I'm the courage in your just the same. You through the years. So live loud, love deep, stand tall, even when you feel small, because a father never leaves. He becomes what his child believes. The house is breathing softer now. Your footsteps down the hall, a pair of shoes beside the door. You've almost grown too tall. I trace the cracks along these walls. We painted summer blue. Every corner holds a piece of who I am with you. Time moves like a freight train. You can hear but never stop, and I feel it getting closer to the edge of what I've got. And wonders night, I'm nowhere to be found when the chair I used to fill sits forever still. Don't let the silence fool your heart. We were never meant to part. I'm the whisper in your mind, the steady hand you'll find. I remember teaching you how to throw your first straight punch, telling you that strength is love and courage isn't loud. You laughed at all my awful jokes. You believed I knew it all, but truth is I was learning too. Each time you learn to fall, I wish I could outlive the years, stand guard outside your pain. But even when my body fades, my love will still remain. If one day the sky feels cold and the nights are hard to hold, when you're fighting tears alone in a world full grown, listen close inside your chest. That's where I will rest, not in stone beneath the ground, but in every dream unbound. I am every late night drive, every lesson to survive, every sacrifice unseen, hidden in between. And when you hold your own someday, and fear they'll slip away, you finally see the truth in me. Love is legacy. When the world says I am gone, when you're forced to carry on, know my shadow turned to light, guiding you each night. In your kindness I appear, in your bravery I'm near. I don't end with my last breath, I live even death. So when you speak and hear my tone, and the wisdom you have grown, that's where my voice still lives, and all the love it gives. There's a photograph above the fireplace, your tiny hand wrapped around my thumb. You didn't know the world was waiting, you only knew that I would come. I used to carry you on my shoulders, like I could lift you past the sky. Now you're standing on your own 2 feet, and I blink and years go by. Time was quiet like a shadow on the wall, and I can feel it slipping through my hand. I never feared the dark for me, I only fear the day you'll stand alone and understand. When my voice becomes the wind that fills your sail, when my arms are just a memory in your mind, know my love won't fade or fail. It's the strongest thing I leave behind. When the nights feel long and cold, and you think you've lost your way, listen close, my heart will still unfold, and every word I didn't get to say. I see you chasing your own horizon, braver than I've ever been. You carry pieces of my laughter in the curve of your stubborn grin. I won't always walk beside you, I can't shield you from every fall, but every lesson wrapped in kindness is the greatest gift of all. If I could freeze a single moment in time, it wouldn't be the proudest day. It'd be the quiet between your breathing, when you fell asleep and I prayed. When my voice becomes the wind that fills your sail, when my shadow no longer guards your light, know my love is a living trail that will guide you through the night. When the world feels unforgiving and the weight is hard to bear, close your eyes, I'm still living in the courage that you wear. I don't need statues carved in stone, the stories told for centuries. If you remember I loved you well, that's immortality for me. And if one day you hold your own child close and whisper words I used to say, it's how I'll live forever in the love you give away. When my voice becomes the wind that fills your sail and my chair stands empty by the door, don't let your heart believe I fail. I'm in the strength you're standing for. Through every storm you rise above, through every tear you learn to mend. You are the proof of all my love, my beginning and my end. So when you look up at the open sky and wonder where I've gone, I'm the quiet in your steady heart. I've been there all along. There's a box of drawings in the attic room, crayons pressed in fragile line, stick figure heroes, crooked houses. You always colored outside the lines. Yeah, I remember how you used to run when thunder shook the window pane. You thought I had the power to keep the sky from crying rain. But time is a river I cannot hold. It carries farthest far from shore. And every year I feel it pulling stronger than the year before. Like you never did before. When the world is heavy on your shoulders and you're fighting to be brave, remember love outlives a body. It doesn't lie inside a grave. Reflection in the mirror now, in the way your jaw sits tight. You carry storms behind your eyes, but still you stand and fight. There'll be a day you'll call my number and it won't ring back to you. Thought keeps me awake at night. There's still so much I wanna do. If I could bottle every lesson and hand it to you sealed in light, say your heart is your true compass. Let it guide you through the night. After the echo fades from these walls, after my chest sits empty and still, don't mistake my absence for leaving. I'm the strength inside your will. When your tears fall in the darkness and you whisper my name above, listen close within your heartbeat. The rhythm is my love. Painting gold in your hair. You held tomorrow in your small hand, like the world was light as air. I used to measure life in moments, first steps across the living room floor. I measure it in silence, in the things I can't ignore. There's a truth no father wants to face, a shadow standing at the door. One day I'll have to leave you and I won't walk beside you anymore. Still carries part of me in you, in the space between your heartbeats, in the courage when you stand. That's where you'll always find me, in the strength within your hands. I won't see every mountain that you're destined to climb alone. I won't hear about your heartbreak through the late night telephone. And that's the weight that breaks me, not the thought of fading light. It's leaving you without my arms to hold you through the night. If love could build a bridge through time, I'd carve your name in every stone. So even when I'm gone from sight, you'll never walk alone. When I'm only can trust. And when you hold your own child close and feel your whole world shift, you'll understand the depth of love was always my greatest gift. Fall you can't explain, let them fall, they are the river where my love will still remain. In the space between your heartbeats, in the fire that makes you strong, I am the voice inside your spirit. I was there all along. When the sky feels wide and endless, and you whisper my name in the dark, close your eyes. I've never left your heart. There's a crack in the ceiling I never repair. You used to trace it with your eyes. You'd ask me if the stars lived up there beyond the painted sky. Your fingers wrapped around my thumb like I was something strong and sure. But time has a way of humbling men, of teaching what we can't endure. I faced my fears, I fought my wars, but nothing chills me to the bone like knowing there will come a day you'll call and I won't answer the phone. When I'm a photograph on your dresser and my jacket hangs behind the door, I hope you feel me in your laughter like you felt me before. If the world breaks your heart wide open and you're not sure what to believe, remember every word I told you. Love is what we lead. I won't be there to see your triumphs or wipe the tears you try to hide. I won't sit beside you at the table on the hardest nights of your life. That's the thought that steals my breathing, not the silence of the grave. It's missing all the ordinary moments that I was born to save. If I could bottle every bedtime prayer, every I'm proud of who you are, I'd line them up like street lights to guide you from afar. When I'm a memory Look inside your quiet strength. That's where I'll live in you. When you doubt your own reflection and you're searching for a sign, know the courage in your heartbeat was once a part of mine. Don't measure me by years I had, but days I couldn't stay. Measure me in every scar. I taught you not to be afraid. And when you stand where I once stood and feel the weight of love so deep, you'll understand a father's heart is a promise it will keep. When my voice is turned to air, close your eyes and you will find me in the strength you choose to wear. Through every fall and every victory, through every tear you push above, you are my unfinished story, my forever, my blood, my love. And if heaven lets me watch you from somewhere far and bright, I'll still be your silent guardian in the shadows of the night. You're a slave down the hallway, light spilling under your door. I stand in the quiet and listen, like I've done 1,000 nights before. Your trophies line the cabinet, childhood in every frame. I trace the years like fingerprints and whisper your name. I've always been your shelter from storms I couldn't stop, but even the strongest hands one day must let go. Skies of gray, know I love you in 1,000 see the lines upon your face, or the man you're meant to be. I won't hear about your broken heart, or who sets your spirit free. That's the ache that keeps me restless, not the thought of my last breath, but missing all your ordinary days on the other side of death. That love could outlive flesh and blood. If it could bend the hands of time, I'd carve my presence in your soul, so you never feel confined. If tomorrow comes without me, my voice is faded thin. Listen to the strength inside your chest. That's where I've always been. When the world demands your courage and you're trembling where you stand, remember every time I said, you're braver than you think you are, my son. Don't search for me in empty rooms or in the silence of my chair. I'm not the shadow that you've lost, I'm the fire still burning there. And if one day you hold your child and feel your whole world rearrange, you'll understand the depth of love is something death can't change. Not a name, it's the echo of my love. So when the wind moves through the trees and brushes softly past your face, that's not goodbye. It's my embrace. There's a photograph upon the shelf of tiny shoes beside the door. I remember how you'd run to me, barefoot on the kitchen floor. Your laughter filled these broken walls, like summer through an open pane. Now the silence sits beside me, whispering your name. Time is carving lines into my face, like rivers running to the sea. I pray when shadows fall too soon, you'll still remember me. When my voice becomes the wind at night, Don't you think I've left your side? I'm the strength you feel inside, and every step you take alone. My love is the stone that you stand on. I've stumbled more than you have seen, fought demons I could never show, but every scar upon my heart was just to help you grow. If I could trade my weary bones for one more chance to guide your way, I'd walk through fire 1,000 times just to see you safe. One day the house will feel too big, the chair where I would sit just space. But courage isn't far from you, it's written in your veins. When my voice becomes the wind at night, and my hands can't hold you tight, when the world feels heavier somehow, and there's no one to show you how, close your eyes and you will find every lesson intertwined, in every dream you chase alone. My love is the stone that you stand on. The years that fade away, I am every word I tried to say. In the quiet strength you didn't see, in your kindness, that was me. And when you hold your own child near and brush away the hidden tears, you'll understand what it has been, this endless love I'm living in. When my voice becomes the wind at night, and my hands can't hold you tight, when you're standing at life's open door, and you don't see me anymore, look inside, I'm still alive, in your heart where I reside, in every brave and faithful tone. My love is the stone, my love is the stone that you stand on. So when the evening paints the sky and you whisper wondering why, just know no distance can undo a father's love that lives in you.